Hi guys, welcome back to Lilith's Covina and Blessed Ostara to you all. Today is Ostara here in Ireland, for those of you that are watching in other parts of the world. And it's a beautiful, beautiful spring day. We are of course all still in quarantine and all that goes along with that, and social distancing and stuff. And it's quite hard, but the seasons don't know what's happening, and things are blooming and blossoming and the sun is shining. So it is a beautiful day outside, and if you can get outside and maintain your distance from people, you should also do that because it's good to ground. So if you've got a garden or that, I would recommend doing that. But onto another subject altogether. With the new moon just around the corner, I thought, just like my full moon video, I would come on and do some new moon ritual tips. So I do have you'll see me looking down because I have to write everything down because I waffle so much, and you're used to that by now. But yeah, so new moon, I love the full moon because, like I said, everything accumulates for me and I do need to purge things, but I love the new moon because it's new energy. It's like new beginnings, new chances to start things afresh, wipe the slate clean. So I really love it. So I'm just going to walk you through some tips that I feel amplify the magic in around that time so that you could make the most of this new moon cycle. And I suppose a lot of you have a lot more time on your hands than you'd normally have maybe to do ritual work, which is great. It's just one of those positives, and we have to keep talking about the positives and looking on the positive side of things here. New moon time is also a really good time to do things for the collective, the collective consciousness. So it's a good time to do a ritual, to sow seeds of abundance and stuff for the collective as we go on, which is important at the moment because I suppose we're all kind of thinking, where are we going to be in a month, what's going to happen and stuff. So now collectively, if we could get together in this new moon cycle and really put our intentions out there that our families and friends will be safe and that the energy will change around this, and we won't be in quarantine till May or June, which is looking like quite the possibility at the moment. So with the new moon energy, is quite a masculine cycle in that it's very methodical. It's time to write things down that you want to have happen and start really visualizing them. So on the run up to the new moon, really start visualizing and writing like a list of what you want to have happen. It's a really good time to put some new energy into maybe things that have gone stagnant, little projects you had going that are now completely stagnant and going nowhere. It's now a really good time to rebirth them or to put new energy into them to see if they go anywhere. I suppose if they don't, after you do a new moon ritual around something that you have kind of put on the back burner that was maybe not going anywhere, at the full moon, then you can purge and release and kind of reevaluate. But for now, now is the time. If it's something you do feel you would love to have come into fruition, now is the time in the new moon cycle to put some new energy in there and to get it to take off. So what would I do? I would always, before I do a little ritual, I would always meditate, but I would always do some Pilates. Like yoga's fine, but I do Pilates. I love Pilates. I'm trained in Pilates, so it comes very natural to me, and so that's what I would go with. Why? Because I find in the new moon energy, the more we move the body, the more energy releases, the more it moves. And that's important because as it moves, it brings up different ideas, it motivates you. And that's what this moon cycle is all about, getting your motivation, your vision back. What do I want? Where am I going? And then putting the inspired actions after that. Sorry, stuff's coming in so hard and fast. See, this is what happens with me. I waffle. I get too much information too quick. And you can tell I've been doing so much work this morning that I haven't properly grounded myself. I didn't get out for my walk and I had loads of little witchy jobs to do, and would have been Ostara. I got to my altar and that, and I'm very ungrounded. It's a beautiful energy today. It's very uplifting. And I suppose me having triple aspect in air, I'm easy to lift up and get ungrounded. So it would be a very important time for me to continue to ground myself throughout the day from morning to night. So where are we with new moon cycle? Oh yeah, so you kind of make a list of your wishes, what you want to have happen. What I would do then is I would literally every day through the new moon cycle, the first phase, I would really put my intentions into them and keep propelling them out there, keep propelling them out there, keep propelling them out there, because the more you push it out there, the more of a magnetic effect it has, and the more of a reality they're going to become. Now, with the new moon, I always suggest, like I do with all your wishes, make them attainable to start with. Because remember, they're just, your testers into the universe of how your magic works, but also they're buildable on. So for example, if you wanted a new house, for example, if you really wanted a new house but you weren't in a position to get one, maybe you start with, I want my surroundings to change, a complete overhaul of my surroundings, and then take inspired action for that to happen. And when that comes into fruition, you kind of move on to well, actually I want to totally relocate, and start again taking inspired action. Magic requires that. People think they just put it out and it arrives at the door, but what it does is it focuses you enough to know what the inspired action is. Now with your wishes, like always, you can get your little cauldron or a fireproof bowl, your bay leaves, and write on them what your wishes are and just burn them. And as they burn, you really feel them in the mind's eye. What would it feel like? What would it look like if these came true for me? And it's all in the feeling of these things that, bring them about. So you're really wanting to get into that feeling of them. And journal, write down true into the new moon, because as you see things starting to appear, your magic is working. But when you see things that are stagnant that you put the new energy into, you'll now know in the full moon stage, there's time to release them perhaps, and purge all of that energy. So I suppose the most important things is visualization, know what you want, writing down your list, start taking inspired action, because the energy is with you. It's that masculine, very methodical energy in around the new moon that's going to propel you forward and push you forward to getting what you want. Make sure, as always, ground and cleanse the space you're working in. Do some Pilates or yoga, meditate on what you want. And if there is anything that is stagnant in your life, the new moon cycle is the perfect time to put some new energy into it to see if it'll come into fruition. So there's some tips. There are loads more. That's just what's coming through now. So I hope it resonates, and I'm sure it will with those it's meant to. That's how energy works. So we will see you soon. Stay safe, stay inside, and stay away from people just for now, so that we can get back to normal as soon as possible. But have a blessed day and a blessed Ostara. Thanks for tuning in, guys.